Hello and welcome to the Gauge Look, and here we are in Sparta Reborn and our Greek campaign in the Kaiserreich. Okay, so what are we doing here? We are probably focusing on some infantry weapons. Let's go up to mechanized actually 2. Not that we have any mechanized units yet. So we're in a situation here where we can't do anything because Kaiserreich doesn't really allow too many drifts from the sort of strategy it lays out. So the only options we have 2 options realistically, and thank you Infused Norseman because I agree with your suggestion. But first off, I can reclaim Greek lands, which would mean I'd go to war with the Austro-Hungarian Empire, and to be honest I don't think I can win that. The other option is to do a little cheat, just to put up stability, or not stability, sorry, to put up, what the hell is this called again? World Tension, and attack the Cairo Pact, because the Cairo Pact is the kind of land that we want. Now the interesting thing about the Cairo Pact is they're big, but they're not very powerful. They've got a lot of land. Now I doubt I can do a full blitzkrieg on them or anything, but I do think I can kick them down a couple of pegs. But if I attack, I only need to attack straight down, because as long as I defend, for example, 3 provinces, or even 2 provinces if I can get to here, they can't do anything. There's no other way, because Kurdistan isn't part of them. So what I'm thinking, in fact, let's get this ready, because that is the option we're going to do. Let's get our mountaineers, and we'll try and get them to push all the way down there. We've got our infantry division, and we'll get them to do a kind of a line down here as well. And of course we have our motorised and cavalry divisions. Now they're not very good, let's be honest. I'm banking on the fact the Cairo Patch units are also not very good. And let's just see if we can push down there. Now we do almost definitely have air superiority, but what I'd like to make sure is any possible chance that they may have ships that could do something about this. I would like to just go into the coast here as well, on the Western Mediterranean Sea. Let's take these 2 divisions, or the 2 squads, just go out there. In terms of tactical bombers, I think I have some. So let's do some raiding as well. Let's just go all out. We'll do it only at night. Stick them in there. Just hurt them as much as you can. Now I don't think my fighters are going to be good enough to get there, unless I'm wrong. Could be wrong. I may as well put 50 out just on interception duty and air superiority. In fact, just go for air superiority. Now I actually can't remember what the cheat is for tension, so I'm going to tab out. I won't bother pausing. I do like to keep things live. In fact, no, I will pause. Be back with you in a moment. Okay, so I have the cheat. I'm a little bit nervous because the cheat actually adds world tension directly to me, so hopefully that won't mean everyone declares war on me. But let's get in position. We'll still have to justify a war goal, so it's not too cheaty in that sense, as in they'll be able to prepare, otherwise it would be a bit ridiculous. Are we yet building mechanized? Oh no, not motorized. Oh, I'm going to have to change the name. That'll bug me. Let's just call them Mech Division. We don't really have any command points, so let's just keep that there. We're actually not doing amazingly well on manpower. Of course, we've put a lot of people in the field. You guys get in there. I will eventually change my cavalry divisions. Have a reasonable amount of garrison troops now, which can always be brought to the front line if necessary. Can I upgrade? And I mentioned before, Infused, one of definitely my most loyal subscribers, and I always appreciate your comments by the way, bud, has suggested that we do just use this cheat to, not to win any wars, we could still very much lose this war, clearly, but to start a war, because Kaiserreich is an awesome mod, but it's story driven more or less, so this is the point that we're doing. So, let us see. I'm really a little bit concerned about adding threat directly to me. Let's add 76. And let's justify war goal against... Sure. So that is going to be 17th of July. War propaganda. Do we need war support? No, we certainly do not. Now that's going to go down a lot. Goes down, well, I say a lot, not that much. Now, should we have a little look around the world while this is happening? The German Empire is almost definitely going to beat the Russian Republic now. In fact, definitely. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. What else do we have in terms of factions? Always forget which shortcut is, F10. Let's pause it just for a second. So we've got the Third International, which still has Britain and Mexico, which is, you know, relatively strong. There's the Entente, which is a surprisingly strong alliance, considering it's just really Canada, West Africa and Australia, which aren't renowned for their power. You've got this huge mixture in China going on. I wouldn't be surprised if some of these were fairly powerful, but of course you got the Japanese, who are the big bad guys outside. Well, they might not be bad guys, but they're the powerful ones outside of the Reichsstaat. I think right at this moment in time the Reichsstaat are probably too powerful, but we'll see. You got the American War going on. I would imagine Pacific states will lose. It'll be interesting to see what happens, because I think these are, well, they're not really democracy. They're authoritarian democracy, which arguably is fairly similar to some modern democracies without naming names. But that's where we're at. Okay, so land doctrine. Let's go down naval bombers. We're definitely going to need naval bombers in the future. So where's this? Why does it keep telling me you've got decisions available? Core state. What? What? There is no core state there, is there? No, there's not. Just being stupid. Let's just ignore that, shall we? Low manpower. I wouldn't go as far to say we have low manpower, but that's what's suggested. Now this was quite a good one. Division training time minus 10%. It's always nice. Max planning plus 50%. It's quite nice. Legacy of Alexander. This adds recruitable population. Not 2%, but it adds a small proportion on top of what we've already got. Recovery rate and attack rate. This is going to be beautiful, because we already have... Oh no, it does add an extra 2% on terms of... So I don't know what that's really going to work out to, but a little bit of boost to manpower. And we are basically waiting until July now. We have I have very, very few ideas. I have one concern right now, I'll be honest with you. This. What the hell is this? Kurdish allies. Ah, bollocks. I might have waited too late here. Right, if that is the case, we have to change our tactics. We'll see though. Maybe they'll say no. They won't say no. Okay, so that opens up the war. Now I imagine these guys have basically nothing, so I'm hoping I can still wipe them out, but it does change it quite a lot, because the Chiropact... Oh, yeah, that could change the picture a lot. I do have this garrison force though that I could always bring in, because I don't think there'll be much in the way of naval incursions against me. And we will control the seas, even if it's not by naval force, which we do have a naval force, but I'm just concerned about oil. We don't have the oil capacity. Now we are building infrastructure. We're in a reasonable situation for infrastructure, at least 5 in most places. And of course we've got factories building as well. I think we'll storm through this initially. But, so have you joined the Chiropact? Oh, haven't you? Well, let's keep an eye on this. I do think there is a chance that they'll join. So they didn't join. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, Russia is going down, isn't it? Yeah. The Reichsstaat are so strong. I mean, the German Empire is just... I mean, even before they took France, was easily the strongest nation in the world. Like Nazis, but not as bad. Okay, so that was the end. Alright, okay, so the French Empire got a fair bit of land. So the Entente is actually strong now. Or relatively speaking, the French Empire is back. I kind of like that, I'll be honest. I don't know if I like this. Australia owns Italy. And you know what, I do like that, it's awesome. I'm hoping we get started in this war. Don't see any reason why not. It's definitely very laggy at the moment though. Unfortunately that's engine, not computer. There's very little I can do. So you haven't joined the chiropract. So I think we should move our infantry back, or should we keep them there? I don't know. I think we'll bring them back. If we can just rock through Egypt, that's the war over. Well, it'll be far from over in terms of finishing the war, but I don't think Iran has got anywhere near the power of Egypt. I mean, honestly, they've got okay amount of factories. But I have more. What they don't seem to have is manpower. They've got more than me overall, but not huge amounts. I'm going to need to get some fuel gain though, that's for sure. I have to have a think about some silos and synthetic refineries. Okay, so I got a tank. It's a very, very crap tank. Let's stick it just in there at the moment. There's also infantry, unfortunately, in that tank division, which means they're slow. So in fact, there's no point in adding them to that, because they'll even slow down the cavalry. So I will add them to my infantry divisions at the moment. Right, we built mechanised equipment. Let's just keep focusing on making our infantry better. So laggy. Unassigned divisions, another motorised. Outdated equipment, mechanised. We definitely need some more factories. We're going to even think about competing with Third International, Entente, Reichsbat, whatever America becomes. Imagine America joined the Reichsbat, would be buggered. Absolutely buggered. Okay, Legacy of Alexander. Nice strong one. So because we changed governments, we actually have the opportunity to go down another route. But do we want to go down here first? There's some okay things there. Extra dockyards is always nice. Tell you what, let's go down that one, just to get that extra bonus. Oh, they've got a few soldiers there now. Not enough, but a few. Okay, let's just get a few ship design upgrades, shall we? Because we're quite far behind, and we will eventually need a navy. Fighter 3. And let's just pop a naval bomber down. Just the one. How are we doing for production? Sorry, construction. Not terrible. Definitely need some more civilian factories though. In fact, I may very well just get them to focus on that. Get some 5 in there. Okay, infantry division. I think we're almost here. It's a big moment for us. Is that all they've actually brought to the table? Okay, let's do it. Oh, I never checked to make sure these guys didn't join the chiropath. They haven't. Okay, let's go down a speed. I don't think I'll have to do too much here. I think we will just push through very quickly. What's this asking for? War propaganda. Yeah, let's do it. Wait around too much, just flow through. Cavalry. Somalia. What they are going to have is a lot of troops compared to me. That's for sure. That's with most of their big guys. Ethiopia as well. Big fan of Ethiopia. I'll probably make them my puppet if I can. So we're fairly equal. They've got a bit more than me in both probably military units and factories, but it's going to be a lot more spread out than I am, of course. So we just need to really, really push to Cairo. I imagine I have air superiority. Certainly do. You guys are going very slowly. Tell you what, it's just got to speed 5 because there's no resistance here. That's some Indian nations going to war with each other. I like the name, Princely Federation, I'll be honest with you. Mechanised offensive. Okay, so that's quite a big boost to our motorised and mechanised units, if I remember rightly. Indeed. Okay, Kampfgruppe. Right, let's change this tank division immediately to... oh no, can't do that. Okay, we may as well push into Baghdad. Take Cairo, come on. I don't know where their troops are, they must be like way south or something. I think the last war they had was in Ethiopian area, so they probably don't have troops. They had a fair amount of warning though, so I don't feel too bad. I don't feel like I've cheated them in that regard. Where the hell are my mountain divisions? Just take Baghdad quickly, please. It's quite defensible, that area, because of all the... in fact, you know what? Let's just get into there. To Basra. We'll use that as our defensive line. I think Iran will be a nightmare to take, honestly, because of all the mountains. Why the feck is there mountain divisions there? God damn it. Just push it, honestly. Oh my god. Really? Now, in this game you're supposed to conquer everything. Well, that was super easy. I actually feel like I cheated. Well, I did cheat, but I didn't cheat for winning. They were just crap. Can I puppet them? I can liberate. Maybe I'll liberate to the Sudan or something, because I really don't want to go too far south. That'll do me. Am I still at war though? I am. I'm still at war with everybody. Well, not everybody, but okay. Infantry divisions. If you don't mind pushing through here. Motorised divisions. We'll get you here. Oh my god. That is insane. They were useless. Okay, I tell you what. You are... what are you attached to? Okay, I don't have any bloody airports at all here, do I? So what's going on now? The nation is not at war. So I'm only at war with Eritrea. Great. And now I can't add you guys to my... oh, that's a bit shit. I can't even invite if it doesn't even give me an option. That's crap. I shouldn't have done that. I probably will be able to do something down here. It's going to take a while. So I'm actually not at war with them. So honestly that's a bit of an issue. Could I maybe launch a naval invasion from there? And can then I move you and you to What's the furthest south we can go? To Cairo itself? Stick it in the Red Sea. So all of a sudden, I've got another 23 million population. Now, I don't know... okay, here we go. So what's this? After a long military occupation, of course. I want all the land, no question. So I'm not actually at war with these guys. But I could justify a war goal should I choose to. And I think I will, honestly. What are you complaining about? Okay, so I can't even get in there. I'll tell you what, you just get down to this border. And yeah, let's justify a war goal while we're at it. Of Baghdad. This will be far more difficult. But I doubt it'll be difficult enough to stop us. Some cool looking troops they've got. We really didn't lose many soldiers. They just didn't have any soldiers here. They had months and months to change, so honestly I don't feel like we cheated them out of that. They were just crap. That is the entire reason we wanted to fight the Cairo Pact though, because they were crap. So okay, it's fine. Gonna need to do something here though. Do we not have any convoys at all? No, we do. Need a little bit of rubber. We're actually doing pretty well for resources in general. Okay, let's check out the rest of the world. Okay, Moscow's about to fall. We got our national spirit. I think that's actually the next one. It's for our national spirit. An ambitious navy, indeed. The whole world is a mess. But look at Greece. I wish there was a cheat to create a faction though. I would love to just have a different colour on the map when I'm looking at factions. I am actually going to do strategic bombers. More for the future, but just so I'm caught up, because I think owning the air is going to be a tactic for us. When is this over? So we probably won't get this war... No, we'll get this war started in this episode, but only just started. Quite exciting, actually. We're going to have an awful lot of infrastructure to deal with again, though. It's pretty bad. Not terrible. I thought these would be 2s here, so like the Sinai. And what sort of... a bit of oil, very little oil, a little bit of iron, very little indeed. Mechanized. Okay, you get in there. We need all these ones to be upgraded, to be honest. They're not good enough at the moment, but... okay, I think I'll stop building motorized just now. Because I am going to change the cav into motorized. So we need to build a bit of a... yeah, we need some more. And I think what we'll do is we'll put mechanized up to 5. Because it's got a fair amount of motorized coming. We do need a lot more equipment for a major war though. Okay, so how are you guys doing in terms of garrison? How many more can you do? So if I was to do that, you can garrison that. Okay, that'll do. Actually, you can probably get away with not doing that one. There we go. Eventually I'll be less concerned about my coastline because I'm going to have naval bombers everywhere. Fall of Moscow. You're pretty much done, guys, I think. You still have a hell of a lot of factories. The Germans are just... they're just going to be better, aren't they? Can we upgrade any of our generals? We certainly can. Be nice to get an infantry... no. Okay, and of course we're focusing on making our infantry better. That was always the mission. We're just going to keep going. It's super strong infantry. We are going to get tanks. I think things are shaping up nicely with this sort of... Unfortunately, what doesn't seem to be firing is the Coring States mod, and I think it is no longer working, which is very unfortunate. So we've only got a 22 million base of manpower, but we may have to investigate a little bit more how we deal with occupation. I can never remember how to get to occupation. There we go. So, I don't know, let's do local police force for a couple of these. We may be able to do something. Because there is no Coring States anymore by the looks of things. I think the mod has eventually, it hasn't been updated in about 2 years and it's been working the entire time. So I think we're done. We are going to get an extra 5% manpower from... Oh. Oh, the Germans are up there now as well. Oh, ho, ho. How are you guys looking? Not very strong really, are you? A lot of naval dockyards would be expected. In fact, how are the Germans on naval? Pretty comparable. In fact, we will call it there because in the very next episode we will go to war with the Saudis and probably the rest of the Kaiserreich. Now they have some forces here. We should go through them, but we're not super fast. This over here should be quite a fast attack. Mechanised. Even the cavalry is relatively fast if I remember rightly. Yeah, 6 kilometers an hour compared to about the 4 for infantry. Okay, that's went really well. So this is how the world looks like. Let's just show you the factions. Reichspat, Russian alliance is going down. The Reichspat is taken over. I'm very intrigued to know about these guys. The Entente is definitely a lot stronger now. The French Empire will have a decent... Yeah, look at that. Much more factories than you would expect. Even the Dominion of Canada is pretty strong, and Australasia not that strong. Even though they have Italy, so that's interesting. I may see if I can get the Coring States working again, although I have no idea how I'd do that. And there's Greece. Greece is definitely... Well, I think we'll almost definitely get the Alexander the Great. We won't quite make it into India after the war with Iran. Iran I'm a bit concerned about, because I don't have the highest quality mountain troops. Saudi should fall pretty quickly. Oh, I never considered that, did I? Shit. Definitely going to need another infantry line there. Let's do that whilst we're on this, because Libya is part of the Kaiserreich. What I might do is just bring some of the garrison troops into this. We've got Napoleon Xerxes here, who's pretty good. I think we'll keep him for a really specialist army I've got planned. But I tell you what, let's take a bunch of these guys. Stick them in there, so we have at least 10 divisions. These aren't going to be super strong divisions, but if we can very quickly build some... I've got no intention of invading particularly, although I suppose we may as well have something planned. They're actually not bad in strength here. To be a little bit careful. I'm glad I spotted that at the end there. Somebody was probably shouting at me there. So let's just build up these to 5. They really don't take very long to build, so... Okay, so we can declare war immediately, but we are going to wait just a little bit in order to get a few... Well, we need these soldiers here. They are militia divisions, these guys, but my garrison divisions are super weak, so we're going to have to be a wee bit careful. That'll do just now, though. We will save it. I think that's went rather well. Libya shouldn't really cause us too many issues. Even if they were to push a little bit, I'm sure we could gather up some garrison soldiers to deal with them. And indeed, let's bring the mountaineer divisions here as well. Okay. And yeah, we will be invading the Iran, Saudi Arabia and Libya, most likely. I do wonder if there's a cheat to make a create faction. Because again, I wouldn't feel guilty about that at all. It doesn't even look like there's an option here though anymore. Anyway, thank you very much for joining. I am enjoying Sparta Reborn and the Kaiserreich. Do remember to leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you've not already, and I'll see you for the next one.